Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next podcast. This is titled Innovation in Sustainable Transportation and Entrepreneurship with Phil Davies. Hello, Phil. How are you doing?
I'm good. Great to be here with you today. I'm very excited to be flying out to Saudi Arabia for the LEAP Festival in just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much. What inspired your transition from finance and consulting to founding Magway Limited?
To be honest with you, I've always had an interest in business, in entrepreneurship, and having three young kids, and seeing the impact and the urgency of sustainability and the need to make a difference. It was just a perfect fit for me. We're bringing in a revolutionary new solution to move goods sustainably, efficiently, and make a difference to the future of the world that we live in.
Fantastic. So can you explain Magway's core technology and how it stands out in the logistics sector?
So at a very basic level, we use 80% less energy to move the same mass of goods.
Wow.
So if you think about the modes of transport that we're using today and we've used for the last 150 years, they've just not changed, and they're unsustainable, they're inefficient, and we use electromagnetic propulsion. So imagine an electromagnetic wave, we mount permanent magnets on our carriage, and we propel the goods along the system. And our first application is within for the movement of bulk materials, so within construction, within mining, and those industries are hard to decarbonize industries, but they're essential and vital to achieve a green transition.
Fantastic. So how does Magway contribute to environmental sustainability in goods transportation?
So there's 100 billion tons of bulk materials currently being moved around the world. And we're initially starting on private client sites. So we're effectively the first mile. And for each mile that those goods are moved, you're talking in excess of 100 billion tons of CO2 and 80 billion pounds worth of costs for every mile moved. And as I said, we use, because we've got less friction, because we're very efficient, our motors only engage instantaneously when the carriage is over it. We can move 250 kilos in each of our carriages. We can put 1,000 tons through every hour, and we do it with significantly less cost and energy.
Fantastic. So what strategies have been key to Magway's success in establishing international partnerships?
So I suppose partnerships and collaboration is at the heart of everything that we do. So we know that we're focusing on the core and developing the technology. So we've taken a bottom-up approach, and I have an amazing, incredible team of engineers from some of the leading academic institutions and companies around the world, and we built that IP, and we are a collaborative team internally and externally, and we know what we're good at, and we partner with other organizations who are experts in their own sort of fields of development, and that's basically the approach that we've taken.
Thank you. So how's your skills in strategy and financial management propelled Magway's growth?
I think it's those skills are, they come into play when we're building a team, when we're discussing partnerships with other organizations, recognizing that, not being afraid to try new things, to learn from lessons. I mean, what we're doing is possibly the gutsiest proposition in Europe, if you think about the proposition. We are changing the way goods are moved around the world. We think it's the biggest revolution to supply chain logistics since the introduction of the container. So people, if we do things right, will be installing Magways, long after I'm gone. But it's about taking things in. You achieve a big challenge by crossing off small challenges,
Sure.
step by step by step. And there are you go the wrong way, and then you pivot and you realign. So we started off in urban logistics. We quickly recognised that the biggest obstacles were rights of way, regulation, access, and we've refined that proposition, and we found our product market fit, as I said, within these environments for heavy industry around sort of mining and construction. And that's how we're going to succeed in this big challenge, is by ticking off smaller challenges along the way.
Sure. So yeah, could you share how your perseverance and teamwork mentality helped Magway overcome a major challenge?
So we're 6.5 years into this project. So we've survived, longer than most startups. We still have a first day mentality. Every day is a first day. We don't want to be complacent. The way to survive and get through a journey like Magway is on,
Yeah.
and we're currently traversing the valley of death. We have a system which is operating within a test environment, and the next major step for us is to put it into live environments, because everyone's saying, show me, don't tell me.
Yeah.
So we need to celebrate those little wins, because it's very hard to keep going if you forever focusing on the firefighting, on the you're drawn into things which don't go right, and we need to recognize that we're doing a lot of things which are right along the way.
Thank you so much. So how does Magway engage with emerging tech sectors like AI and machine learning and fintech?
We're in a world where the future of our planet is, AI, machine learning is going to be central to everything that we do. It's just going to be a norm. And we incorporate that, but we are a deep tech organization. We've got multiple patents.
Right.
We use AI for our, the optimization of our system, the performance, the performance maintenance of our system. So all of those things are incorporated into our everyday operations and into the system. They're at the heart of the nucleus, the technology nucleus of the Magway system.
Thanks so much. So how has the philosophy of joint ownership influenced Magway's business approach?
So all of the members of the team are incentivized, they're all owners. We all own the business to varying degrees. We're moving along a journey. We want to partner not just with other organizations, but also institutions, academic institutions we work with, both in the UK and overseas. We're a part of I describe it as a movement. We were invited to exhibit at COP28. We're also at COP26. We see all the different factions that are working collectively together to make a difference, to save our planet for future generations. And that's what it's all about. It takes a family and a movement to achieve those goals. So it's the biggest challenge that any of us will ever face.
Yeah. So in what ways do your network within IET and London tech advocates support Magway's mission?
Those networks are invaluable. When you talk about the challenges, the perseverance, having those networks to lean upon, and we're part of a number of other networks as well as IET. IET is an international network, London Tech Advocates, an international network. You can share war stories, you can share networks, you can share introductions, So they're absolutely invaluable to actually helping an entrepreneur and other team members to move along this journey and stay engaged with this journey and recognize that the challenges are shared challenges. They're not unique. Our solution is to some extent unique. There are other parties, other entrants coming into sort of the hyper logistics, the movement through pipes, market, and we are, we welcome those new entrants with open arms. We're in touch and in communications with them. We meet and talk to them on a fairly regular basis. But recognizing that the challenges around people, around finance, around all sorts of things, supply chains, are not unique is really useful.
Thank you. So what are Magway's immediate goals for technological innovation and market expansion?
So our the next step along the way, as I said, is for taking Magway out of our test facility and installing it in a live customer environment. So we're developing strategic partnerships to de-risk the technology. You can imagine, what we need to do is overcome the gravitational pull towards the status quo. So there are solutions far from perfect, that exist. And as the saying goes, no one ever got fired for hiring IBM. And similarly, no one's going to get fired for sticking an industrial conveyor belt or buying another large truck to move stuff on their sites. But we are a game changer, a step change for those industries. They want our solution, and they don't necessarily want to pay for the solution, the initial application. So what we've done is stripped it back. The initial installation is £3.5 million, and we're building the Magway universe and partnerships and collaborations to enable a group of parties to come together to install the Magway system, to see the game-changing benefits of being able to move stuff using electromagnetic propulsion in terms of sustainability, affordability, safety. And once we've got those live KPIs, we're expecting an inflection point in terms of unlocking a sales pipeline and a project pipeline for additional Magway installations.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for today's insightful podcast. Look forward to seeing you at LEAP, and definitely maybe we could do podcasts in the future too, more about the technology and a demo maybe.
Very look forward to it, and hope to be able to show you Magway in a harsh environment. That's really excited, and look forward to seeing you in Riyadh.
Thank you so much, and talk to you soon. See you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.